Hey Giant Growers, welcome back. Chris Brown, Garden of Giants YouTube channel. And I just got a text from Travis saying he has an extra world record plant, pumpkin plant. So for those of you that don't know, Travis Gienger grew the new world record pumpkin last year, so 2023. And he planted some seeds and he has an extra plant from those seeds. And he asked if I wanted one, and of course I want a world record pumpkin plant. So let's head over to his house and get a giant pumpkin plant.
Look, that's how long that thing was, day 23. 6 foot?
Unbelievable.
2222.
This is the 222.
Look at this. Look at this vine. This wants to grow straight up.
And this is day 23 from
seed start.
From seed start.
Yeah, from taking it out of the package.
Wow.
Yeah, this is probably, what, double what anyone else has?
That's
double?
A lot of plant right there.
And the best part is the side vines are cranking, and I pruned off 2 or 3.
Incredible plants. Very, very young. Incredible growth. All right, Giant Growers, now that we have the hoop house built, we have that protection there, let's actually go ahead and transplant the world record seed into the hoop house. Get it ready for the season. All right, as you can see, you got some nice roots there. Now what we're gonna do, I have both azos that I'm going to sprinkle on. Root contact is absolutely key with azos. And we're gonna throw on some mycorrhiza as well. Now this is the raw line, or the raw brand. So it's not that powdery white, it's a little bit more of a I'd call it maybe a cream color or gray color. Also, the starter packs, we'll go with a couple of them. And if you guys notice, especially you newer growers, see how it's kind of already leaning this way? So that's the way we're going to have it grow. And then as this grows up, we're gonna support it. So very, very, very important. Get your little kebab sticks. Those are very important. As the plant grows, you will use them to help support. That should be good for now. All right, we got ourselves a transplant. All right, Giant Growers, welcome back to the start of the 2024 season in the patch. This will be the start of the official updates And as you can see, the farmer's tilling the field, which means I should be starting to plant my plants. We got one planted. I think some of you guys seen that one. The world record plant is in there, which is awesome. We're going to work on planting all these ones today, and that is what we are going to start kind of the season with for the episodes. So this one will be episode 1 of the weekly patch updates. This is going to show the plants going in, and then every week we'll see how it looks, how they grow. See if we can get something big this year. All right, well, let's get planting. All right, giant growers, like I said, welcome to the 2024 season. It is May 14th. It's starting to get warm. I think the ground's warm enough now we can get plants out here. And we're gonna get our first plant. I've been hardening them off, and you know, this year, I'm gonna say I did not have the best looking plants. I tried some new soil, some new lighting, and I really was disappointed in all of it. I may do a video later on it, just so people can avoid that same mistake. But what we're gonna do, what I wanna show you is, even though the plants aren't in the best shape, I think I can catch up just fine once I get them into the soil. So let's get this first one in. This first one here is a 2287 Saik. Very, very beautiful pumpkin that he grew that has produced some incredible offspring. So what I like to do, this is, I don't know if you guys seen my sunflower video, but this is essentially the same mixture as I have in that video. So if you're wondering what is in this soil, if anything, refer back to that video. It's pretty close. So all right, let's start by digging a little bit of a hole. And we don't have to do too much here because I got it mounded up. I like to break up some of these little clay chunks here. All right. All right, so I'm going to throw some stuff in this. A little more root shield. Another little handful of time-released fertilizer. And then we're going to throw in, I'm going to do both azos and mycorrhiza. Wind's taking some of it today. Hopefully you guys can hear this. It is kind of windy. All right, we got those out. All right, let's take the plant here. Now on a windy day, when you're putting your plants out, especially if you don't have protection, I feel like the next 2-week forecast is decent enough where more than likely I won't do protection, but that may change. I'll monitor. Hold on to this. It's very, very important to hold on to your plant. If a gust of wind, and this happens every year to a number of growers, when you're first getting it out into the patch, a gust of wind, these things aren't used to it, they haven't been outside and they haven't gotten hardened to it, so even a small gust of wind can snap your vine, break it, pinch it. It'll ruin your day. Not the season, because we usually have backups, or we can replant some of it, replant some. All right, so I did an air pot. I just opened it, and Now I'm going to set this down the way that the vine is going to run, which will be this way. All right, I'm actually going to dig down a little more here. I want this sitting a little bit deeper. There we go. All right. All right, so you see how I have this at a pretty dramatic angle? I'm more worried about it laying down than about saving a few roots up here. These roots will probably more than likely, if there's any right there, they'll die off totally fine. All these other roots are going to go down into this really good soil. And the more important thing to worry about is the vine actually laying down. That's key number one, getting that vine down without it breaking. So we're going to fill this in. And I'll kind of fill it in, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I did. All right, guys, I know it's a little windy, so hopefully it's not too bad on video, but I have it planted. You can see mounted up really nicely. Now, very, very important, especially if you have lighter, looser soil. You're going to want to do a little bit of a ring to pool in the water. So very important to pool the water in. That way, not only when you water, it focuses it right around the root ball, but when it rains, you'll get that same focus of water. At least for the first few weeks. You can straighten this out, flatten it out eventually. With the plant, I'm going to have it run this way, and I'm going to bring more dirt in to kind of settle it. I'll probably broad fork this because I ran over that with the Bobcat tire, so obviously a lot more compact than like this section here. And then the last thing I'm going to do here, let's show you. All right, I wanted to kind of give you a close-up of what I'm going to do. So when the plants are this young, there's absolutely no need for flowers. They are a complete waste of energy. They're just going to pull all the precious energy that you need in your plant. So what I'm going to do is, you got to do it carefully because you don't want to accidentally break something off that you shouldn't. But as you can see, took that little flower off. This one's a bigger flower. Going to take that off. Now, by doing this, there's one right there, you're now saving that energy that would have went into flower production into creating a bigger, better vine. So I'm going to take a couple more of these off here. And obviously, as you guys can see, it isn't very hard. The leaves are not in the best shape. I really think now that they're outside, they will green up really nicely. Now that they're getting into a soil that is, you know, a lot better than the soil that they were in. I think we'll see some really, really nice growth. These tendrils, that's what this is right here. These also can come off. They do not need to be on there, especially when they're when I'm still supporting them with these bamboo skewers. If you want to leave some on, but the way I look at it right now, this plant needs to focus on getting some good leaves out and focus on that vine. And the last thing it needs to do is focus on flowers or tendrils. So for me, I'm going to just help this plant along by doing that. And in the long run, it'll be much better on the plant because it doesn't have to focus that energy on things that it really doesn't need right now. Remember, we don't even pollinate till the plants you know, at least 10 feet out, if not further. So, all right, that is about it. We'll wrap it up here in a second.